Hello, America. Well, I hope I'm trying to make this just a kind of a quick video. Here, get rid of those stats. So here's a game I downloaded off of Steam a couple days ago. This is called Skaldsong. Okay, so this is kind of a text adventure type of thing, is what I'm gathering. Is the idea is, is that you want to play Dungeons and Dragons, but you don't have any friends, right? I can get into that. Okay, so you can have the AI be your dungeon master, right? Okay, this is the big idea. I'm interested in games like that because I think AI is very interesting, right? So this is kind of a small operation here. I gather this isn't the only type of game. This isn't the only example of this kind of thing that's being out there, so it's something I think ought to be looked into. I don't care much for the way the business models are being generated because it looks like what they're trying to go for is a situation where you get into a game like this, and in order to utilize an AI, you subscribe to an AI service and pay them money, to be your dungeon master, right? Yeah, I don't really like that business model very much. I think what they should be doing, I've got a video card. I've got a 4080 Super. It's got 16 gigabytes of memory, and I can run AI of a sort. It may not be quite on the caliber of what they're doing, with their multi-billion-dollar facility that's operating under a volcano in the Pacific Ocean. Sucking up 18 gigabytes of electricity, but, well, it can do something, I feel like I ought to have the option. So this game, apparently, what I was told is that there was an option in there where you didn't have to use the subscriber AI, so, but they didn't actually tell you how to do that. And my immediate thought was, well, can I have it use Ollama? I've got Ollama running on this computer. I've got 3 or 4 models downloaded. I have no use for it whatsoever. But it's there. I ought to be able to have Ollama be my dungeon master. Why not? And so I spent the last few days trying to figure out how to set this thing up to use Ollama. Not straightforward. I'm a little bit hampered by the fact that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But nonetheless, I have met with a little bit of success to some extent. Okay, so this is the main menu here, and the first thing you do is create a lobby. Create a lobby, friends only lobby. That's fine. You have no friends. Cool. You're gonna play with yourself. That's good. Hit create. Okay. Now that's a quick start guide. We don't worry about that because I don't know if I'm ever actually going to play this game. I'm just trying to get it to work with AI. It might be interesting if I get the AI to work. So basically what I've done here, what I'm not going to show you here, or the first thing you have to do, you have to go, this is all running off of Steam, so before you run the game, you got to go into Steam, into the settings for this game. You have settings in Steam for this game. In that section, you gotta add a pre-launch command, which is --API, and this tells Steam that when you run this game, you're gonna try to use your own. You're gonna try to use some AI that you've got settings for, wherever it is, including, God knows, maybe one that's running on your computer. They don't tell you that, but that's got to be one of the possibilities, right? So. Yeah, you type in --API and your Steam pre-launch options for this game. Then you run the game. Then you go into settings up here. Yeah, after I don't know if you go into settings for. You can go into settings at any point. I've created this playroom here where I can load one of these these are canned campaigns that you can start, right? But before I actually do anything with this, I want to get into settings. There's my settings menu. I want to go to game settings. Yeah, I might want to do some other stuff here. While I'm here, I might want to show you some other stuff here. Image generation, turn that off. Unless you want to pay money to have some AI somewhere generate images for you, I would just turn that off. At some point, maybe I can figure out how to use my own AI to make images for me. But I'm not really. I don't really care. I mean, if I play this game, it's just gonna be a text adventure. That's all. That's fine. That's all I'm looking for. I played text adventures in 1980. I know what that's like. They were pretty damn hard back then. You could spend a lot of time on a text adventure, man. I don't know. People found them boring for some reason. Don't ask me. Actually, they were kind of boring, but well, that's what you get. Anyway, the main thing you got to do is up in here. Action AI model content. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where the difficulty may be. Action AI model, right. Okay, content AI model. Well, I don't know. These settings I don't know nothing about, okay? I set them all to custom open AI because I want to use my own AI. But that may not be working out so well. I may need to change this. But the only options are these paid AIs and custom open AI, which is what I want to use. So I've got all these set to custom open AI. If you're using Gemini, this is where you put your API key. If you're using free tier Gemini, you put your AI key there. But here's the OpenAI compatible URL. These are the settings. These are the main settings that allow Ollama to at least interact with this game. This setting here, OpenAI compatible URL. This is the default network location that Ollama sets up when it's running. http://localhost port number 11434. You could also type in, instead of localhost, 127-0-0-1, same thing. Okay, but beyond that, beyond just the network location, after that you want to put a / and then V like in Victor and the number 1, V1, right? After it was after a lot of disgusted googling that I came across that. This is Ollama's attempt to give you some kind of OpenAI compatibility, apparently. The other part of it is down here where it says custom OpenAI API key optional. Okay, well, I've typed in the word Ollama here, OLLAMA. The notes that I found with Google said that an API key set to Ollama was required but would be ignored. Okay? Which I'm fine by that. You know, that just tells me there's some brains going on behind this operation. That's bureaucracy there. Yeah, you fill in the form and we'll ignore it. But you gotta fill in the form, right? That's how that is. No, I don't know if that has to be in there or not. I have no clue. This is all guesswork. But I'm not taking it out of there. It's in there and it worked the last time, so I'm leaving it. All right. The rest of these settings, I don't know what they. Well, here, this setting here. This is going to be the name of the model of the Ollama model. I've got it set to DeepSeek R114B. I'm thinking I'm going to change that. Because DeepSeek, when I ran DeepSeek on this a little while ago, DeepSeek didn't seem to get the idea of what I was trying to do. And also it has this annoying habit of exposing all its thoughts before it answers, which is pretty gross. Let me see if I've got, oh yeah, Mistral Small latest. I don't know if I need the ... latest in there. Mistral Small might work for it. I'll leave it in there and see if it crashes. And then the rest of these settings, I don't really know what they do. AI temperature, I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. But image generation, I've definitely got that turned off. Anyway, I'm going to try to run this with Mistral Small. Mistral Small. This is the largest model I have that will fit in my graphics card. I've got this 16 gigabyte graphic card. Mistral Small is supposed to be something like 12 gigabytes. The numbers don't really translate apparently, but hopefully, well, it might take it forever to answer. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I've got GPU acceleration going. I don't really know. Probably do. Yeah, probably do. But anyway, those are the settings I'm going with for now. And let me go ahead and close out of that and see if any of this works. Because you never know with this junk, you know. I mean, this worked the last few times I tried it. Now I tried it, and who knows what's going to happen. I'm waiting in the coffee shop for my blind date to arrive. You aren't what you expect. Your friend swears they're a what? I don't know about any of this. What's this one? Bet you and are gladiators in the ludus of an... I don't know. Oh, let's hit coffee and conversation and see what happens. Campaign loaded successfully. The coffee in the cup has gone from hot to lukewarm outside the cafe window. Blah, 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 blah. You're on a date or something. Huh. But they didn't show up. Huh. Huh. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Well, I could order a drink, but I don't drink alcohol. That's ridiculous. Okay. I will discreetly observe the other customers. All right. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I guess I have to assign... How do I assign... Oh, God. I can't remember how to do that. Elara Thorne, a quiet, observant woman? Party? Quest? Combat? Condat? I don't know what any of this means. Party members. Can we add one here? I don't know. I haven't actually tried to play this game. This seems complicated. But apparently I need to establish a character, and I've done that before, but I don't remember how I did that. Huh. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Tell you what. Export game settings. Players. Aha. Assign a character. Aha! Arthur Finch. Dedicated and passionate owner of the Daily Grind Cafe. Sounds good to me. All right. Now we're rolling. Okay, now if this just crashes out with an error message, that'll happen after about 8 seconds, I'm guessing. Well, we got past that. Oh, excuse me. I've been breathing asbestos dust all weekend. I had to put in one of these bathroom outlets. What do they call them? Ground fault containment vessel. I don't know, the GHCI or whatever they call it. I had to run some. I had to put in a junction box and splice that funny wire they use behind your walls, and and I had to wire in an outlet and a switch a switch behind it to be protected by the bathroom outlets, so I could turn the lights on and off without electrocuting myself. And you know what? Electricians got some strong motherfucking fingers. I got gauge 12 2-wire in this house apparently, with a ground wire. It's all solid wire. You know what? You try to wire up some shit and stuff it into a box. That shit does not want to go. I tell you what, man. You need vice grips for fingers with that shit. My hands got all cut up. Oh man, it was a pain in the ass. It's all done though. It looks really cool. But yeah, all the tile in the bathroom is stuck on with asbestos from 1967 apparently. That's good to know. Yeah, when you get cancer, you'll know why. Cool. Is something happening? Well, it didn't crash anyway, but it seems to have. It doesn't seem to be. Oh wait, let me get out of this here. Yeah, I think these AIs may have there may be a bug or two in the system. I don't seem to have generated any kind of... It didn't crash, but it didn't say anything either. That's kind of weird. Maybe I may need to try a different model. Maybe that might be it. Let me try. Let me get back into settings here. What I was thinking I might do is just say Mistral Small, leave off the latest, because in the Ollama user interface, it just refers to that model as Mistral Small without the latest on it. So let's do that and see if that helps at all. Otherwise, I'm just going to hit the same thing. I will discreetly observe the other customers, and this time say something. Ugh. Yeah, I definitely feel, yeah, I mean this, I'm just ecstatic that this thing isn't crashing on, because normally that's what would happen. It would crash. It would say error 404, unable to connect, or command not allowed. Oh God, it's annoying. I'm just excited to get it to work. Here we go. It responded. As you discreetly observe the other customers, you notice that the tavern is filled with a mix of locals and travelers. A group of burly miners are loudly discussing their latest finds at a nearby table, while a hooded figure sits alone in the corner nursing a drink. The bartender, a grizzled man with a thick beard, is polishing glasses behind the bar. He catches your eye and gives you a nod before returning to his task. Pre-rolled result 15. Okay, this model may work better than the DeepSeek. The DeepSeek didn't seem to really get the idea of what the game was supposed to be about. I might actually try to play the game like this. I mean, I have no idea what to do next. I will get up and ask the hooded figure if I can talk to them. Let's see what happens. I mean, you ought to be able to do whatever you want, I would think. I have no idea how this is going to happen, man. But no, that's really all I wanted to tell you about, you know, is just the fact that I managed to hook Ollama up to this stupid game. I don't know how well it's going to work. I'm just amazed that it works at all, you know, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm ever going to play this game, but games like this are interesting because I think yeah, see, that's I'm not sure how all that works out. I will watch. I will ask the hooded figure for their name. Yeah, I think apparently, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the AIs really get the idea. Maybe it works better with the billion-dollar ones that you have to pay money for. But I'm just amazed that I can get Ollama to play along with this at all. Maybe I'll have to try some of the different models and see if any of them work better. Yeah, but that's really all I got to tell you about. All right, I'll cut. Yeah, it's been 20 minutes already. I'll cut this short. You have a good day.